YouTube, what's going on? Woody P coming back with another one. Let's get it. You know, I can't stop. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. Today, I'm going to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Giannis today. You know, normally with my sports videos, I don't talk about just an individual player and spend the whole video on one player. But disrespect is getting out of hand. You got Gilbert Arenas out here talking crazy. And I just always felt like the media and the NBA players, former NBA players, have like a hidden agenda against Giannis since he's like really arrived now. So definitely want to talk about Giannis today. This is going to be a good one. So if you're into basketball, if you're into sports, stick with me on this one. It's going to be a good one. Before I start the video, please watch the entire video. And if you like the video, subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this and just content about sports and various topics. Let's get it. So yeah, disrespect is getting out of hand, you know, when it comes to Giannis. And I have a few reasons why I feel like, you know, the players and the media have like this hidden agenda against Giannis. And you got Gilbert Arenas out here this past week just talking crazy, saying Giannis doesn't understand the game, he hasn't improved. But when I go back and you check 2016, 2017, Giannis was most improved player in the NBA. And since then, he's won 2 MVPs. So that can already debunk that narrative as far as Giannis hasn't gotten better. And then you look at his past season, his mid-range jump shot has gotten better. He gets to his spots on the floor when he wants to. So that can already debunk the narrative that Giannis hasn't really gotten better over the years. And let's just be clear, let's just be straight. I feel like Giannis is the best player in the NBA by far. Like, it's not even close. Because I'm not one of those guys who take sides, because none of these NBA players pay me. So I feel like it's best for me to just call it right down the middle and be honest. And that's just how I go through life. Like, just call it right down the middle. Because when you want to take sides and you got your favorites and this and that, you don't look at things. You're not in reality. You got to look at things for what it is. Period. Like, I know we all got our favorites and who we like, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to call something right down the middle and leave it at that. Once you start putting feelings into something and emotions, that's when you're no longer in reality. So I treat sports just like kind of life. Like, you're the best, period. Ain't nothing to try to go back and forth about. Like, Giannis is clearly the best. Nobody in the NBA can affect the game on both ends of the court like he can. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He can guard multiple positions. He can guard damn near all 5 positions. So there's nothing he can't do on the defensive end. And offensively, like I said, he's gotten better. He's, you know, been able to get to his spots. You know, in the half-court set, his back-to-the-basket game is getting better. That turnaround jump shot from the baseline is getting better. That's becoming one of his, you know, go-to shots, the turnaround baseline. Then he's hitting the elbow jump shot. So Giannis has definitely gotten better, you know, as far as his half-court game, because he's, you know, his strength is more so in transition, you know, getting the ball, getting the rebound, and shooting out and going. That's where Giannis is, you know, at his strength, when he can get the rebound and go. But his half-court game has gotten a lot better. And people gave him a lot of, and this is where the hate really came from. I really feel like from like the NBA players. And I'm going to get to the media too, but the hate from the NBA players came when you got guys like James Harden saying, I wish I could just run and dunk. And things like that when Giannis won MVP over Harden. But you have a lot of guys that's tall and fast in the NBA, but they can't do the things that Giannis does. It takes coordination. It takes strength. It takes power. You know, you just got to be a beast. And a lot of guys, it just takes a certain mindset also. The way Giannis played, it takes a certain mindset. Like, you're not going to stop me, like a dominant mindset. That's a skill too in itself. To have like a dominant mindset, to know like nobody's going to stop you. Like Shaq had a dominant, not only was he dominant, I'm pretty sure he had a dominant mindset. Like, I'm playing with boys. You know what I mean? So, gotta have a dominant mindset, because there's a lot of guys in the NBA that's Giannis size, you know, who could run, but they don't have that fire in them. You know, to keep going. But yeah, it started with, you got guys like Harden saying, I wish I could just run and dunk the ball all game. So that's when I feel like it kind of started, when Giannis started winning MVPs, and you had the NBA, quietly, you had like the NBA circle, the players kind of like talking behind Giannis' back. Really didn't feel like he was skilled. Really didn't feel like he was really that good of a player, that great of a player. So you would notice, like, when Giannis would have big games throughout the regular season and have, you know, huge nights, some NBA players used to tweet like, oh, so-and-so is going off. This player is going off, especially LeBron. Like, when somebody's having a huge night, LeBron will make sure that he kind of tweet or says something. Never with Giannis, though. Never Giannis have a huge night. Damn near going for a quadruple double with rebounds, points, blocks, assists. He damn near going for a quadruple double, and the whole internet is silent. The whole internet is silent. Giannis been doing this for 3-4 years now, you know, putting up crazy numbers. But the whole NBA circle is silent. Nobody's tweeting about what Giannis is doing. But when you got guys like Trae Young or somebody, Kyrie or Dame Lillard, one of those guys going off, everybody, oh, they going crazy on Twitter. When Devin Booker going off, you got LeBron tweeting. LeBron can't stop tweeting in. And LeBron, one of my favorites, but I got to call it down the middle. I got to be real. It's kind of like they know Giannis was a threat, so they didn't even want to big him up even more. It's like when you know somebody a threat, is you don't want to give him no more props than what he's already, you know, getting, or what he's going to get in the future. So they never wanted to big up Giannis. But yeah, it started, like I say, when Giannis, lost to the Raptors. He lost, 4 straight games, I think. The Raptors built that wall, and it looked like Giannis didn't have any skills. You know, he couldn't get around that wall. He didn't have a jump shot. So that's when they really start picking at his game. But you have to remember, around that time, 2017, 2018, Chris Middleton wasn't as good as he is now. And guess who their third best player was? Because Malcolm Brogdon always had some type of injury going on. He's still dealing with injuries, Malcolm Brogdon. He was dealing with plantar fasciitis back then. I remember that series like it was yesterday. And guess who Milwaukee's third best player was? Eric Bledsoe. So when Giannis would get trapped, guess who he was kicking it out to? He kicking it out to Eric Bledsoe, who didn't want to shoot. He was scared to death to shoot in that series. And just the playoffs period. Like, 'cause Eric Bledsoe was a very streaky shooter. So if he missed a couple, he's going to, be gun shy. And Chris Middleton wasn't the all-star that he is now. So it was a reason they had to go get Drew Holiday. Notice the as soon as they got Drew Holiday, damn, win a championship first season. Chris Middleton, elevate his game. Giannis, continue to get better, elevate his game. They win a championship. And you could bring me the injury bull crap, with saying Kyrie went down, Harden was hurt. It's part of the game. Injuries always been part of the game. Because we don't want to take away credit from Steph, when he won his rings when the Cavaliers were missing Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. We got to call it like it is. Or when the Raptors won, when KD went down. When KD went down and Klay Thompson went down. When the Raptors beat the Warriors. So injury's always been a part of the game. And just think that same year, Giannis looked like he was going to miss the rest of the playoffs. He had a nasty freak injury in that Hawks series before the NBA Finals. It didn't look like Giannis was going to come back. So injuries can always, kind of play either way. And if we being real, Kyrie always, something's going on with Kyrie. And Kyrie, one of my favorite players. I got a lot of favorite players. I don't have one in particular, but I don't have one favorite that I just take their side. No. If I like your game, you be one of my favorites. If I like your game, I like your style. But speaking of style, this is why they don't like Giannis, speaking of style. Because he don't have they say he don't have the skill. He don't have that package, the hezzy, between the legs. See, what I noticed about the NBA and the players, they like style over substance. Because all the skilled players, they very rarely go deep in the playoffs. But you have those players that maybe can do, 2 or 3 great things, but nobody can stop it. Like we had LeBron, Giannis, Shaq, guys who got like moves that they're gonna do, but you still can't stop it. Players don't like that. Players don't like that. The media couldn't wait to give Kevin Durant the title as the best player in the NBA around 2017, 2018. They still try to say you got guys like Stephen A. You still got guys out here that say Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA. Since when? Since when? So you telling me the best player in the NBA, OKC was up 3-1 against the Warriors and blew that and then joined them? The best player in the NBA did that? Why would he have to do that if he's the best? He had another Hall of Fame guy on the squad in Westbrook. And I'm not saying Westbrook was the best fit with Kevin Durant, but when you're the best player, you don't need that much. You need a lot, but as long as you got another all-star and a good supporting cast, you go pretty far. You won't blow a 3-1 lead if you're the best player in the NBA. But that same player joined the Warriors the next season. So, it's like the media have a hidden agenda because Giannis, he did it his way. He did it his way. When he lost to the Raptors, nobody wanted him to sign the extension. They didn't want him in that small market in Milwaukee. Because it's funny because the media, they hate when the better players in the NBA are in a small market because it's almost like they can't make money from talking about that player. That's why they wanted LeBron to leave Cleveland so bad. Because it's like, you still make money off of him, but not the money that they could make off the player if he was in a bigger market. So it's kind of like the media is pissed off that they can't make as much money off Giannis because he's not in that huge market. and he did it his way. He went against everything the media kind of pushes, which is in the NBA, which is joining the super team, you know, complaining about your franchise, complaining about your coach. It gives them something to talk about. Giannis don't give them anything to talk about. Media hates that. Giannis don't give them anything to talk about. He don't bash his coach. He don't bash his teammates. He's not looking to join the super team. And the media hates that because he's doing it the right way. And the right way nowadays is the wrong way. We're in 2022. The right way, when you do things the right way now, is the wrong way. It's like, nah, we need a story. We can't talk. We need something to talk about. You stand in Milwaukee? No, that's boring. You winning with the team you built? No, that's boring. We want a superstar to go there. So we can say you're not the best. We don't want to say you're the best. We want to say you had all this help. We don't want you to stand alone. See, that's why the NBA players and the media, you know, got a little hidden agenda against Giannis, because Giannis stand alone. He don't be working out with them guys in the summer. Giannis stand alone. He do everything them players wish they could do. Win a championship with the team he started with, not win with a super team. Get it out the mud. Get better every year. Not looking for the spotlight. He do everything them players wish they could do. That's why they don't like him. It's like the kid who comes to it's like a kid when you the new kid at the school, and you could be one of the best players on the team, but your teammates would never want to kick it with you after the games, you know, invite you over. You know, they treat you like an outsider because he's not from here. They treat Giannis like an outsider. That's how it is. That's a good analogy, I feel like. If you like a kid that transferred to a new school, you can still be one of the best players, but your teammates will never accept you in because you're the new guy. You stepping on their toes, they feel like. Even though you helping them win and they wouldn't be able to win without you. So they never really take you all the way in. So yeah, it's a hidden agenda against Giannis with the players and the media, Stephen A. You got guys like Gilbert Arenas, you know, talking crazy. Stephen A., he swears Kevin Durant's the best player in the NBA, but how does the best player get swept by Boston when the real best player in the NBA took him to 7 games without his second best player and was dominant in the series? Got a little tired as the series went on, but Giannis was pretty much dominant that series. But the self-proclaimed best player in the NBA that the media try to push is guys like Stephen A. You got guys like Jay Williams and Skip Bayless, all clowns at this point. But that's why these podcasts are taking off, because you got people out here that want to talk real talk and want to hear facts, not some narrative that, you know, people want to push just because somebody got some skill or look good. But are they really getting the job done? Are they really getting the job done? So I definitely wanted to address that because the disrespect is getting out of hand. And Giannis is clearly the best player in the NBA. Nobody can affect the game on both ends, defensively, offensively, like he can. And he's making teammates better, and he can get his own. So definitely topic I wanted to, you know, touch on because it's been on my mind. And disrespect, like I said, is getting out of hand. But you got some real guys out there that, you know, call it like it is, right down the middle, that say Giannis the best. Guys like Shannon Sharp, you know, Chris Broussard. Some guys in the media, you know, that don't really have an agenda, call it like it is. But yeah, Giannis the best, and he's only getting better. And he's doing it his way. And the media hate that, and the NBA players hate that. So let me know what y'all think though. Drop something down in the comments. Greek Freak, best player he will be for a long time. For the next at least 3-4 years. So let me know what y'all think. The most dominant player in the NBA, the best player in the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo, baby. So I had to keep it real, had to break that down. Normally I don't do sports videos about, individual players, but this was definitely needed. So had to keep it real, got to keep it real. So let me know what y'all think. Drop something down in the comments. So Woody P coming back with another one. Let's get it. I can't stop. Hit that bell icon too. Videos coming rapid. Let's get it.